years. Cut off from the rest of the world, the taller Africans didn't go into the forest, they didn't come out. So they developed a unique culture like nothing on earth.
And we're heading to one of the most remote tribes of all, the Baaka Pygmies in the Congo Basin. Getting there is no easy matter. A slow trip through dense jungle on near impassable roads. Breakdowns are frequent.
Oh no, we're stuck. This is going to do it, surely.
A 400-kilometre drive turns into a 26-hour marathon.
Yep, we're stuck again. And it just underlines the fact that when you're out here in the remote wilderness, if you get into trouble, the consequences can be huge.
The next day and our last leg is by river. With me is Australian adventurer and journalist Paul Raphael. Paul first came here 12 years ago. He's anxious to see what's changed for his friend Wasi, one of the best hunters in the Baaka Pygmy tribe.
Wasi! Wasi! Ross, this is Wasi, huh?
Very pleased to meet you, Wasi. Hello.
Baaka Pygmy tribe, huh?
Out of the jungle, we arrive in a clearing. On the outskirts of Wasi's village, we begin hearing the sounds of celebration. I'm about to experience a greeting I never expected and will never forget. They fondly remember Paul, and it's his name they're chanting.
Do they sing and dance like this?
Many days, sometimes weeks. Only stop to sleep and eat.
What do we know of their history? How long have they been around?
The earliest reference was an Egyptian pharaoh who sent an expedition down to the jungles here to find the dancing dwarf spirits. You find short people in jungles. You don't find tall people.
Why are they so short?
There's a couple of theories, but the dominant one seems to be that they lack this insulin called IGF, which is insulin growth factor. And what it means is with the rest of mankind, when you get to adolescence, you have that spurt of growth, right? But the pygmies don't have that. And that's why they're so little, and they have a kind of childlike faces, because they get to 11 or 12, and that's it. They don't grow any taller.
Adult pygmies rarely grow beyond 155 centimetres. The tragedy for Wasi and his clan is how the taller Africans, the Bantus, are now threatening their traditional ways. The Baaka are no longer allowed to live full-time in the jungle. Yet, as Wasi explains, it's everything to them. Which is why there's such excitement that we're here. It's the perfect excuse to head into the jungle to hunt for bushmeat. As soon as we're there, the pygmies seem much more at home.
Well, I reckon my pygmy friends are going to put their huts up a lot quicker than I'm going to put up this tent.
In the blink of an eye, they've made rainproof shelters out of nothing but branches and leaves. Meanwhile...
Does anybody have any idea how we put these bloody things up? Ta-da!
They're very gentle people. They don't have conflicts. One of my friends said, well, why should we fight each other? The jungle is very big. And so that's why I like them very much, because they're so gentle and non-confrontational.
We're soon on the hunt.
It's lovely watching Wasi glide through this jungle. He has no trouble moving through it. It's actually almost built for his height. I, meanwhile, apart from worrying about black mamba snakes, I'm banging into everything. It's a lifestyle that's been going on for thousands of years. Wasi here's setting up nets in the jungle. We're going to go about 2 kilometres through this bush, and the idea is we're going to scare any animals hiding in little burrows here, and they're going to run straight into these nets.
Meat is precious food in this part of Africa. Past hunts used to snare dozens of animals, but poachers are now putting terrible stress on the pygmy way of life. So far, we've nothing to show for all our effort. Then, events take a turn for the worse.
Just want to call and watch it to go to the police station.
OK, here we are in the middle of the jungle, and we've just been confronted by the local police. It may be a shakedown for a bribe, we just don't know, but Wasi and Paul are being taken off to the local police station for a chat.
It's a long ride to the police station and a nervous wait. Hours later, Paul and Wasi are released, but we never find out what we're supposed to have done wrong. In this corrupt country, our interest in the pygmies is an opportunity for the local police to demand cash.
There's been extreme discrimination against the pygmies by the Bantu. They have no power at all. Until the 1980s, they couldn't even get passports because they weren't citizens. And remember, this is their land. The Bantu are the immigrants.
But the biggest problem is that Bantu immigrants are not only stealing their dignity and their land, but also their food. As filthy as this looks...
Oh, it's guts. It's the guts of a deer.
Yeah.
The commercial trade in bushmeat makes big money for the poachers.
They're killing a lot of animals with guns now, and the Bayaka's nets can't compete with the guns, and the animals are being wiped out. In the last 6 months, it's been truly terrible.
American Louis Sano came here 23 years ago to study the distinctive Baaka pygmy music and never left.
I'm quite surprised by the attitude of some of the Bantu towards the pygmy. They look down on them, don't they?
Not just some, almost all of them do. They consider the Bayaka subhuman.
Why?
Because they lived in the forest, they didn't have much clothes.
Do you think they're primitive?
Bayaka, no, I think they're very modern. I think they have something to teach about tolerance, because they're extremely tolerant people as well. They don't judge. And also their idea of living in the present moment, because if you don't live in the present moment, you're really not alive.
As despairing as the situation may seem for the pygmies, there is some hope. Wasi takes me to one place in Central Africa where efforts are being made to protect the native wildlife. A 4,000 square kilometre reserve called Zanga Sanga. For many years, pygmies like Wasi hunted the elephants. Now the smallest of people are safeguarding the largest of animals. It gives them an income, and what they're helping save is amazing.
Hey, wait.
Oh my God, look at that. There must be 80 to 100 wild elephants here. It's just spine-tingling. It's just incredible to be so close to these wild animals.
There's another special site in this reserve, one of our closest cousins, the western gorillas. Wasi and his fellow pygmies are also helping protect them. But sadly, the poachers are relentless. To them, every animal is fair game.
When I came here 12 years ago, the forests were full of duiker, these little antelopes, porcupines and so on. And now the forests are virtually empty because of this massive poaching. And that's the food that the pygmies eat.
They're some of the last of our planet's nomadic hunter-gatherers, the happiest of people confronting an unhappy and uncertain future. But at the end of the hunt, there's small success.
It's been over an hour of bashing through the jungle, and here's their reward.
There'll be meat in their bellies tonight, at least.
Why is it a culture worth preserving? What's special about the pygmy culture?
It's unique. It's one of the most vibrant and different cultures on Earth. Their music is a gift to mankind.
They have a lot of tragedy in their lives, and their lives can be quite hard, but they try to be happy, which I think is a good strategy. They live in the moment, and when you live in the moment, you try to make the best of each moment.